Good evening, esteemed gentlemen, and welcome to the Big Marcel Breakdown first installment. Yes, that's right, and I've suited up, tuxedoed up for this one, because it's really esteemed. It's really esteemed. Only gentlemen can be here, and I have to be so small over here on the side. But I just wanted to run through a couple matchups that have been going down. I don't know when to talk about these, but I want to. You know, they've been dropping so many sneaky fights in amongst UFC 317, Ortega Aljamain, Yan McGhee, but that one's been there for some time. But even this one right here, you see this one, Marco Tulio, Michel Pereira, like, come on. Like, these matchups are getting a little bit heated, and I just wanted to talk about a couple of them. So I'm just going to run through the first episode of the Big Marcel Breakdown for you guys. And I'm going to start with the matchup that is Ruziboyev versus Bryan battle. Bryan Battle making his, that's right, debut up at middleweight. As we know, he fought Randy Brown, missed weight. He's now fighting on the Drukas Hamzat card up at middleweight. So who maybe he's a future opponent for Drukas. Probably not. But Ruziboyev versus Bryan Battle, a bit of a tricky one. More maybe in his natural weight class, Bryan Battle now. And I'm going to be picking him to put a pace on Stoltzfus, who just looked shit against... No. Exactly right, yep. I'm picking him to put a pace on Ruziboyev for just all shit against Stoltzfus. Such an idiot. And I'm going to move on now because I'm so disgusted in myself. But Yan McGhee and Petr Yan. That's obviously happening on that cracked Abu Dhabi card. I don't know who to go. It's a 3-rounder. And Martinez really trifled him with leg kicks and leg kicks alone. I feel like it's tough. Van versus Royval? Oh, I'll go Van. Yeah, he wins. Michel versus Marco Tulio, another banger. Honestly, like maybe one of the bangers of all time. One of the bangers of all time. I know what you wanted to say there, but you can't. Michel Pereira versus Marco Tulio. Marco wins. Of course he does. He's like a phenom. You know what? I honestly think he could beat Drukas. I really do. I really believe in Marco Tulio. That fight he had with Trey Shongor, who is... Oh, damn, he's back this way, isn't he? Trey Shongor, who's fighting Rodolfo Vieira, coming to a movie near you soon. Yeah, he just looked insane. And I know it's only Rodolfo Vieira, but come on, guys. Where were we? We're over here. Michel versus Marco Tulio. And then we're moving on. Morgan Charrier's coming back against Nate Landwehr. Banger. And that's on a pretty good... Well, that's next weekend. So, yeah, that's happening. Michal Olasejczyk versus GM3. A bit of a tricky one, because you could see Michal get submitted a lot. But I'll be picking Michal to win that one against GM3. The Dr. Ming is back against Bruna, Brasil, which is always a funny. And by funny, I mean a fun one. Everyone knows that. Funny is short for fun one. But yeah, I'm going to be going Bruna, Brasil in that one, I actually think. Yeah, I know she got a wicked head kick, but she wasn't doing too well before that. That girl she head kicked just lost again, but maybe it's because she was coming off a head kick. But Bruna Brasil's actually pretty decent. Fighting nerds as well, you know. All right, way too long on the girl one. MVP staying at middleweight against Jared Cannonier, also on the Drukas Hamzat card. All right, that card's not the worst. A couple sneaky bangers, and I know all right, and Jacoby Smith is gonna submit Nico Price. I've got a feeling there. And Alvin Hines. Yeah, shut up. All right, moving on to... Now, this is where it gets new and fresh. Nothing but freshness here. Peyton Talbot, I'm going to pick... All right, sorry. I've milked that one dry. Really kicked the horse until it's dead. That's not the right saying. Kevin Vallejos, Danny Silva, though. And that's on a fight night. Banger, though. Technique boxing. Danny Silva hasn't lost in the UFC yet. Vallejos hasn't lost he's only had one fight, but... And also beat... Oh, wait, no. Angel Pacheco isn't good. Lucas Almeida. Oh, yeah. Josh Coolabout. Oh, I forgot who that Lucas Almeida guy was for a second. But that's on a pretty sneaky fight night. Kevin Vallejos is making his return. Excited for that. And I'll be going Kevin. Big time, I'll be going Kevin. But that's like a banger, honestly. That could be... fight of the night, fight of the year, as long as it lasts. I don't know how long Danny can take the shots, but he's a 10-1 prospect himself, 27, good boxer. People believe in him before running into Kevin. So yeah, I really look forward to that one. And on the exact same fight night, Rebecki, Chris Duncan. God, this is the best fight night of all time. You're telling me this is in the UFC Apex?
Duncan, Rebecki, a little bit of a banger. Both on a streak right now. Both only have 2 losses in their career. I'll be going Rebecki. But hey, maybe the Guillotine King strikes again. Bashi's coming back. Chase Super's little brother. The younger variant. You know when Blades, Buckley... No, it wasn't Buckley. Chris Curtis and whoever the first guy was. Oh, Aljamain. Aljamain, they did the Machop thing. I would love Bashi, Kopylov, and Hooper to do one of those as well. That would be so sick. But Marshall being fed to another prospect, I will pick Bashi to take the back-end moment, stall it out, and win. Carlos Diego Ferreira is fighting Bobby Green on the 319 card, the Drukas card. So we don't have any like extreme bangers on the Drukas card, but a lot of like good fights that you want to see and you can't miss. Like Drakar Klose versus Edson Barboza also on that card. I'll be going Drakar, I think. But Edson back up at lightweight, you like to see that. Bobby Green, I actually feel I might pick Bobby Green to beat Carlos Diego Ferreira. Because he does have a really good boxing edge. And Carlos Diego, you know, he's a good anti-grappler. Kind of clutched a big overhand over Michael Johnson. It's not like he's a technical beast who's just going to chin him. I don't know, but Bobby's been finished so much recently. G. Matsumoto is fighting Miles Johns, who just, you know, fought another Felipe Lima, who looks exactly like Miles Johns. Not really, but 26, Brazilian prototype. I like G. Matsumoto a lot. He just took his first loss in his career, which you always, you know, it's sad to see, but they have to happen. I will be picking Gene to win that one. Who cares about Elijah Smith? But he's going to beat Kazama, of course. Evloev beats Pico, but Pico's in the UFC. You know that, of course. Big hardcores over here. Abu Dhabi. This is the Abu Dhabi card here. Evloev, Pico. Look at it. Look at it all. Waldo, Pavlovich. Oh! I'll be going Pavlovich, I think. About time Waldo just gets found out for his pitter-patter. He's like Steve Ersteg out there, honestly, or Brandon Royval. I'm sick of him. Just these little volume jabs. Carlos Leal, also on the Abu Dhabi card. I love that fight. Muslim versus Carlos Leal. They look very similar. They look very similar. Brazilian and then a Russian version of each other. I'll definitely be going Carlos Leal, of course. He's a menace. And then look at this. Jared Gordon looks like Rafa Garcia a little bit. What card's this on? No Shea UFC Antonio card. I'll be going Jared Gordon, of course. He's a menace. And he would beat Paddy Pimblett right now. McVeigh, that fell out. But, you know what didn't fall out? This new fight with Jackson McVeigh that just got announced. He's now stepping in for Ikram to fight Bruno Ferreira on the Dustin card. I will be picking Bruno Ferreira there. But Jackson's got a good chance. He's a live dog. Marcin Tybura is now fighting Ante Deliha on the Paris card, which is exciting. Umar Sy, the bum, is getting back against Brenton Ribeiro. Don't even know what to think about that one. Umar Sy is so bad. But Brenton just got chinned. Honestly, Brenton has a great chance to win. Another banger that just got announced. Ribovics Brenner. Whoa, Brenner Ribovics. And Brenner's just fighting the toughest of the toughs. The biggest onslaught of menaces you could ever see. Alvarez, Ribovics. Who else did he fight? God, can't remember. Stephen Nguyen is back against Muhammad Yahya. Who gives a fuck? Damon Damon is back against Davey Grant, which is a good fight, really good fight. Don't know who to go there. I'll actually pick Davey Grant maybe. Because Damon's been looking like a bit of a victim on the feet lately, but gets the grappling going. I don't know, it's a weird one. That is really weird. And another weird one is Aljo versus Ortega on the Shanghai China card. That's a really good card. That also has down here. Oh, look at these bangers right here. Jean Lopez, Gustafsson Rinat. Oh my God, on the Paris card's starting to take shape. God, I really hope Gustafsson puts a fucking pace on Rinat. That's a great fight. But when you think about it, Rinat actually does have a really good chance. I know everyone's probably going to pick Gustafsson and be hyped on him, but Rinat, he's technical, and Gustafsson's a crazy guy. But I'll be picking Gustafsson, of course. And of course, the main event of the Paris card, Nassourdine Imavov versus Caio Borrahlo. I've seen Caio Borrahlo talking about how he wants to be, because he and Jean are both fighting in September, a week apart. this fight night is right behind this fight night. 2 great fight nights back to back. And I'll be going Gene in one and Nassourdine in the other. And I just seen Bashi talking about he wants to fight for the title on the same day as Gene and become champ on the same day. Good luck, dude. You're fighting a Imavov fight. Lock in, thanks. Kevin Borjas fighting Sumedwerji. Little bit of a sneaky banger. I like that fight. And I'll be picking Kevin Borjas there. Mike Davis is fighting Mitch Ramirez next weekend. I think, is C-Rod fighting him next weekend? No, that's the week after that. No, just the next Apex. C-Rod fighting a guy who doesn't have an O. So he's going to lose, of course. And yeah, that's kind of it. Where was Johnny Walker? Here he is. He's fighting Zhang. He's getting sacrificed. Kevin Holland stepping back in there again against D-Rod, which is great, of course. Span fighting Bursky. We'll see how that goes, I suppose. Niam Jago Tumendemperel versus Ray Saruya, which is a good fight, of course. And yeah, that kind of wraps it up. Don't forget about Sam Hughes. And Eunice Duban is on a pay-per-view against this girl. No, she's not on a pay-per-view. Against Kennedy Freeman. Who the fuck is that? But she's 6-0, this Kennedy Freeman girl. The Machine 2.0 is her nickname. Not bad. But yeah, I think that wraps it up for the first episode of the Big Marcel Breakdown. Oh, and Mason Jones is back against Balaji Oki, which is a banger, of course. On the Paris card as well, yep. Is he French? No, none of them are French. And yeah, Obi's ruining it. Alright, and I'll end it there. I think. You're welcome, guys. Sayonara. Sayonara for the Big Marcel Breakdown. Wait, I'll maybe try and go to 12 minutes. Actually, my laptop's about to die. Thanks, Obi. Just have a big old gulp. You can hear that, right? Doesn't care about my YouTube career. It's alright. Might as well go for 12 minutes now. How are you? Alright, see you later.